What's good?
What up?
Welcome to episode 2 of the I am DJ SMS. I got DJ Demo Tism with me today.
What's good, everybody?
How you guys doing, man?
Oh, doing great, man. How about you?
Just hanging in there.
It's another day. I guess today we got some kind of, I don't know if it's good news or bad news, but pretty much they're going to extend LA through the summer. What are your thoughts about that? Let's start with Tism.
Man, well, I think it's just a setup to a lot of like angry people, man. I mean, we already saw the beginning parts of it. Everybody going out to the beach, especially like Huntington Beach, which is like literally next door to us, and we saw, how just a little bit can create a lot of tension. And so with these orders being passed down, I think everybody's just gonna like flip out soon, man. They're just like, everybody's eager to go out. I mean, everybody's been cooped up for so long, and they're asking for answers, and a lot of answers are not being answered, and so a lot of that it has built up a lot of tension throughout all these weeks. So I think it's just a matter of time before we have like people going out there and just creating a lot of like tension with other people, or breaking into like buildings and just rioting.
Get that bad? You think they're rioting?
I think so, man. I think that's my opinion. I think that it's just a matter of time, especially like if they get more into it. I think that the more we progress towards like the summer, the heat, the people dealing with their kids already, people are, staying cooped up at home. I mean, I get it, you can only go out for so much, and you can only do certain activities, and people should just take it for what it is. I mean, you can only do so much, and that's that. Okay, cool, manage it. But I don't think people comprehend that, and I think it's only going to create that tension, and it's a buildup until it boils over.
Yeah. A lot of DJs are going to be out of work still going through the summer, especially with nightclubs and bars closing. Do you think this is going to – do you think that a lot of DJs are going to just say, you know what, it's better for me to go get a 9 to 5 and just give up DJing? Or do you think DJs are going to try to stick it out until they can? What do you think, Demo?
I think in that situation, I mean, honestly, there's going to be no more gigs. I say up till like the end of the year or next year, dude, to be honest. Like, because my gigs, they didn't cancel, but they get postponed. Most of them got postponed till next year.
Already?
Some until August. That's some crazy parts. Some until August, but I know it's going to happen, you know what I mean? So pretty much everything got pushed to like August, September, and the next year. But at this point, I just see like, you know what, they're saying gatherings like that, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, even like after summer. That's the way I see it. And at this point, I think whoever was just DJing just full-time with no job, they should at least find a part-time job for now to survive, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of jobs out there right now. Like even myself, I've been applying, to be honest, just to get away from home, just to do something productive, you know what I mean? Other than what I'm doing, my DJ, I'm saying, but sometimes you can't. It's like, dude, it's like you're at home the whole day. It's like you go crazy, every day. Just think about it, But I say yes. I think DJs should go out there. Thankfully, there's DJs out there that do have jobs, and all they did, their gigs from the weekends, which is cool. But there's DJs that were just gigging every day, every night, with no stability. You know what I mean? No paycheck. That their Social Security wasn't working. They weren't working their Social Security, so they can't even collect unemployment. That's what sucks. So at this point, you just have to just go work a little. But you don't have to quit DJ. You know what I mean? Just go. Make ends meet, and then when the time comes around, things good. You're good.
Yeah, but didn't they recently come out saying that self-employed employees can like claim unemployment now?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, that was the rumor, but I don't know how true is that. So I don't know, to be honest, because I mean,
I think that kind of applies to like if you've been legitly filing like your work.
Yeah. If that was your business, like if you're claiming taxes, probably. But if you're not claiming that, I don't think how can that be possible to collect. You know what I mean?
That would suck to you for you to be like, I'm a DJ, and then it's like, well, you haven't paid us taxes
Yeah.
in 5-6 years, so how are you a DJ?
Right.
And then not only that, let's say if they really start looking into it, now you're gonna start paying taxes. You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude. You know, I mean, there's so much stuff going on that, you know, I understand everybody gets frustrated and there's a lot of stress, you know, but damn, it just, I don't know. I mean, I wish I had the answers, just like the COVID stuff, you know, like you said earlier, autism. Let me go with that. People are getting tired of it because there's no answers. So they're taking matters into their own hands. So, you know what? Well, they don't have answers. So they think everything's all fake, you know? So it's just, we're going to go out now. And that's what they're protesting. Yeah. You know, that's what they're like, they don't care no more. So that's why, you know, it's just chaotic, man. You know, I think everybody just needs to do their part and just be patient, you know? That's it.
Do you guys feel like we're opening up too soon? I mean, they're saying Wednesday. By the time people hear this, it'll be Wednesday. But Wednesday, they're saying that LA County beaches are going to be open. Orange County's already open, and some parts of San Diego's already open. And then today, which is Tuesday, they talked about, you know, the limitations in opening restaurants. Do you guys think we are opening too soon, or do you guys think we should be opening next week?
I say at this moment, I think to me I think it's too soon. I say wait another month, just to, you know, just to wait it out. Let's say by the end of June, I think everything should be okay to open little stuff here and there. You know what I mean? But just to start opening here all this stuff soon already, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of weird.
Tism?
I think like they should do it like the phases, as far as a statewide. Maybe like one state opens up and give it a try. Like, all right, cool.
Yeah, that goes.
Let's give it a try with this state, and if it goes well, then that means it kind of goes out, you know. I guess as stages. Like, all right, this state opens up, next state, and so forth. That way we can see, like, okay, you know what, this state opened up at this time. Like, was there any kind of like repercussion that, you know, that was created by opening at this point in time? By then, you know, all these other states have had a lot longer of a period, and, you know, giving it that testing phase, or, you know, to see, all right, it was too soon for them, and then like, let's go back with this state and just kind of, I guess, mentor it to where we can monitor and see
what worked for them, what did it.
Yeah, and, you know, I think a lot of the things that we're doing, it's new, because we've never really have dealt with something like that, and so we're kind of testing the waters. But you can, you know, like they say, you can measure it a bunch of times, but once you make that cut, you made that cut. So, you know, play it smart. And in my opinion, like, you gotta, I mean, there's not much one can go out and do. And if you really want to get back out to the real world, like, you know, go get that job that are available. I mean, there are, like Demo said, like, there are jobs. I mean, myself, like, wasn't even looking for a job, and bam, here's a job. We need you for these skills. Bam, cool, and so forth. I mean, they're out there if you really want to go out and do the work and get out of the house, and you can go that route.
That's true.
What happened?
That's a loud ass train over there.
Yeah, and gotta love Norwalk, bro. Well, what do you think, SMS, about this whole situation?
Right.
I'm ready to go back to work. But I understand this, what's happening. I honestly don't go out unless I really have to. The extent of me traveling is to my girlfriend's house and back home, and out for necessary items. But I'm in the house 8, 9, 10 hours of the day, and I mean, it goes. Luckily I can go outside and walk up and down my street and not be interrupted, so I'm good. But at the same time, it's like I do want to get out and kind of go and do other things. As a DJ, I'm ready fucking to be back in the nightclub atmosphere. I'm not even gonna lie. I miss the whole atmosphere of interacting with crowds and just to be able to play music and hear it on loudspeakers. Traveling
Right.
aspect of it. I think it's just I don't know, man. Like I'm hoping that, luckily one of my venues is in Orange County. I'm hoping they say, hey, we're gonna open up, even if it's like 50% capacity. Let me go and DJ and I'll DJ with a mask on if I have to. That's
Right.
that's my thing. Like if I have
With
to wear,
LED lights and shit.
yeah, if I have to wear a mask, I'll gladly wear a mask and DJ if that happens. Like if it comes to that, are you guys willing to wear a mask?
I
And
wouldn't
that's what we
mind.
gotta. I think that's gonna be the new norm for a while, though. You know, what I mean, you have to wear a mask. That's gonna be, I think, to the end of the year, dude. To be honest,
I think so too.
So I mean, I'm getting used to it already. So it's like, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta do it. So, but I mean, I would. It just depending. It just depends what it is. Also, too, like, DJs, touching the house system, turntables, and all that. You think that's gonna change?
All that's changing.
You think you think the DJs gonna have their own controller to take, and then you guys switch off?
No, I don't think so. I think the venues would still provide it, but we're gonna have to wipe down and be sanitary. Like if I'm going to you, bro, here's some towels or some wipes, and you can wipe this down and throw that out. But as far as like borrowing control vinyls and needles, that's more for me. Like, bro, some DJs lick their fingers. I've had DJs who lick their fingers and use my vinyl, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, that's like that's my vinyl. That's not yours. You know what I mean?
Just go ham on that.
I mean, I'll be honest. I lick my fingers. I use my own vinyl though. Anywhere I go, I mean, I switch vinyl. So
yeah,
it's like,
and for me, it's like, dude, as a DJ now, you got to be prepared. Like, my thing is with vinyl, you can switch out control vinyl. What are we gonna do with CDJs? Like, you can't like we can't switch out the CDJs. So I think it's just DJs are gonna have to adjust and like be sanitary too. It's gonna be no more sharing bottles. I'll be damned if somebody steals anything from my bottle ever again. Like that's out the door. Like,
but also like said, clubs and all stuff like that. I don't think it's gonna open up anytime soon. They're gonna have stricter rules, dude. Until they implement everything, then that's when they're gonna open up, dude. But it's gonna be stricter than ever, dude.
I agree.
If you thought it was strict just in dress code, it's gonna be 10 times worse than that, dude.
Imagine a mask being part of the dress code.
Oh,
right,
dude.
Oh, those masks.
It's just gonna be like I said, like at a club. I mean, as much as I love it, dude, but it's gonna be a while, dude.
It's gonna be a minute. Well, the next phase after this in California is restaurants, big venues, and like nightclubs and bars. But it's gonna be restrictions. Like today, the governor talked about restrictions in restaurants is gonna be like you'll get no more regular silverware. It's gonna be plastic utensils. Everybody has to wear a mask. If you're not eating, you have to wear a mask. And then the bar areas will still be closed because it's too close for people in proximity. So a lot of stuff is about to change. Imagine opening up a nightclub and saying, hey, you have to only operate at 50% capacity. Some nightclubs might not even do that. Some nightclubs might, but at 50% capacity, certain nightclubs aren't even making money. So what's the point of opening?
I'm straight, dude. I'll just be making carne asada at home and go on live, dude, on IG. That's it.
You know what? You can't go wrong with that. You can't go wrong.
But do you think the IG live and the live streaming is going to stay a thing after they open back up, or a DJ is just going to forget about it?
You know what? That's a good question. That is a very good question because I've thought about that. That's why I only go like once a week because once I don't want to overdo it. That way I can try to do it once a week. Get in the habit of doing once a week, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I wonder if all these DJs going every day, are they going to stop? Or they're going to limit it to like, 1 day, 2 days.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be a thing where like people are still going to tune in, you know what I mean? That's going to be weird, dude. I mean, I hope it continues because I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude. That's a good question though. Like I've thought about that one.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
A lot of I think that's definitely one of the things that as a DJ you got to think about what have you done from when this whole thing started, and you can see what things have worked for you in your career and what hasn't, and like for each DJ, it might be different. Like for me, you gain a whole side of a platform that you only use it to promote an event or a flyer, or something, but you never used it for the potentials that you're probably using it. Like
Yeah.
when I started, I was going every single day, and I think that was a good start, like going hard on it, because that's building that momentum for it. But I slowly like did every other day, once a week, and then like I do once a week. But like if somebody says, "Hey, are you gonna go live?" and I get a lot of that, you know, I'll be more considerate. Like, I don't have anything else to do at
Yeah.
the moment. Like, let me go ahead and jump on for 30 minutes to an hour, or whatever, or depending, if we got some, extracurricular activities. But it's one of those things, because you got to keep in mind, like, that platform has kept you going right now, and it's your bloodline for hitting different places, different countries, different regions of people. And so if you just cut that out, I mean, that's, if you're looking at it in the big picture, that's like really shooting yourself in the foot, because maybe somebody in a different state was looking for you, and now you're not letting them like get a hold of you. If you were going internationally, maybe a big gig could have potentially been a lead for something, and now you're not. And I mean, I think as we're moving forward, still keep it incorporated, and if anything, make it better, so when you do go on, it's flawlessly, and that's your, all right, this is my once a week. And then you kind of educate your crowd, your people, like, this is where we're going. Make sure you're on this platform and this platform only, and that's where I'm going to be at. And you know slowly people are going to tune in still. I think it's not going to take away. If anything, you're still maintaining the crowd of people that you've catered to all this time right now. And it keeps you relevant, in my opinion.
I think honestly, I think live streams are gonna go away. I think DJs are gonna get caught up trying to get gigs and get that money back, and they're gonna say to hell with live streams. A lot of people's been putting a lot of production into their live stream, which is dope. I love going on different DJs and seeing they got the background set up, they got the lights going. It's dope. You're setting a vibe. But what happens if you now have to go and actually gig somewhere and you're like, oh, I got a live stream. Like, what comes first, the live stream or the actual event of going out to DJ? So I think it's gonna get lost in the sauce, like, to be honest. And until they figure out how to have DJs be able to really live stream and not get kicked off because of music copyright, then I think that's a whole nother issue. Like, I know Demo for a fact has been kicked off and suspended from Instagram. He was in Instagram jail.
Right.
For like 2 hours.
I luckily haven't had that issue. Tism, have you been kicked off and put in Instagram jail?
I have, man. It is done. It happened to the Beat Mix page, and it's happened to me as well. So it's definitely one of those things. But I guess the good thing about it is being able to jump to different platforms to keep it going, and then like your crowd knows, like, oh, all right, it got kicked off. If you can't come back in, then let's jump into this stream, which has helped.
Yeah.
But yes, that whole issue of like, I don't know if they need a freaking sell like a subscription, and it's a code or something that you can use when you're streaming, and or a platform that has it all, like Mixcloud has that supposedly locked down. But of course, it's just getting the people to know where to go and how to find it.
I think there's an issue altogether though with subscriptions right now. And as a DJ who's out of work and I have to still stay up on new recurrent music and still be able to have decent equipment and still be able to live stream and stay afloat, I think it sucks that the companies and the the websites we use are still charging some DJs. You have to pay to get streamed on Mixcloud. You have to get a pro account. You know, if you're using an OBS like Restream, to be able to multi-stream, you need to be able to pay that monthly fee. Like, it's all good. I get it. They have to make their money, but 9 times out of 10, DJs are using that, and it's an extra bill we have to initially pay. Even with DJ pools, right now, I have no DJ pools. I have none. No DJ City, no BPM, no HMC. I have none. Like, I will be downloading from LimeWire if I have to, but I have none. I just think it's stupid that, you know, the DJ community is telling us, you know, how to do this and how to do that, but it's like, at the end of the day, I'm still paying for you to be able to use you, but you want me to, like, I'm struggling, and you know I'm struggling, but you still expect me to pay your money on time. Like, I think that's, you know, you can't really say you're for the DJ community and then you're sitting here still charging 30, 40, 50. Some people pay $90, I think, DJ City. I don't even know what it is anymore. But right now, I have no subscriptions.
I paid for the year, so I mean, I'm covered. But I mean, I get that whole part. Like, you know, it's an issue, especially because, like you said, no job, no income coming in, or, you know, it's just a big issue for everybody because
and not only that, just a DJ, just DJ, let's say, is gonna get lost in the sauce, like SMS said, but also by that time when things start going, you know, better for DJs getting gigs, all these other people, they're really gonna start doing parties, going out. They're not gonna be home, so they're not gonna be tuned in. They're gonna be, like, you know, going into live stream either. So that also takes, that's the factor of live streaming not really going on more after this. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So it's like, you know, it's crazy. I mean,
I think if you do it like the beginning of the week, where it's kind of like not cutting into like somebody's freaking novela or a freaking, you know, a show 911 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, do it in that little window frame where people can tune in during the week.
Right.
I think that would be the best route for a stream, because
or on a Sunday.
Or Sunday fun day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's not like LA has like crudo Sundays anymore, you know? But you know what I'm saying? Like, things like that, like, make it where, like, people are not as active going out and doing things.
Yeah, of course. I think, but one thing I would like to see, and this week D-Nice started doing it, I want to see these bigger DJs give up their platform for a smaller DJ. And not necessarily, I don't mean a smaller DJ, but a DJ who's not, you know, likely known. Let them use your platform and DJ for an hour. I think that's kind of cool. You know, DJs who are kind of, I say, lower tier, because there's tiers of DJing. Like I would love to see Vice be like, hey, I'm not a DJ today, but I'm gonna let someone stream on my platform who I believe is a good up and coming DJ, and check them out. Like, I think that would be dope, but you don't see a lot of that. You see a lot of like,
they're still trying to be relevant in this whole thing, because everybody got tiered down to that freaking.
It's also too about, like, your circle. Like, I get it. Like, the HMC boys are gonna go and support the HMC boys. I get that, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I would like to see one of them kind of give up their tier and say, you know what, this guy is the next up and comer. Give it to him and let him do it for an hour or 2 hours. I think that'd be dope. It also gives a kind of it puts other people in a spotlight that normally don't get that. Like, to be honest, I mean, it's dope to be able to watch Vice. That's dope. I love watching Vice. But at the same time, I also want to see Vice. And I'm not just picking on Vice. I love Vice. No disrespect to Vice. But I'm just saying someone of their caliber should be giving up, you know, kind of passing the torch and setting somebody else up. Because when we get out of this, a lot of us are going to be fighting for the same opportunities in the same venues. Right. You know, a lot of them aren't, you know, so it's kind of different to kind of, I would love to see other DJs just help pass the torch to up and coming.
It's just like what we talked on episode 1, you know, you have to network even with upcoming DJs, you know. That's what we said, like, you know, we radio DJs, you know, we do clubs, whatever, but I still talk to DJs that are coming. DJs there in Arizona. Like I've been having conversations with them, and you know they're barely getting back into things because you just never know, dude. You never know they can get a spot, they can hook you up with a spot, or you have a spot, you can have bring them to your spot, and you just got to network, dude. You know, you cannot just because you're up here doesn't mean you're gonna share the wealth. I mean, you share the wealth, man. It comes back to you like in a good way, you know.
Yeah,
So
I agree with you, man. I think a lot of DJs, once they hit that plateau of the higher anarchy of it, they forget that and they start just hanging with that clique. And then when they go to these other venues, they want to be like, I'm the trophy, but yet like, they won't get treated like you're the trophy. Like, yeah, cool, but it just stays at that. Like they won't get the same love as, the guy that comes in and plays their set. Like it's you don't have that connection, and if you don't sit there and have a connection with the lowest guy in
the room
the
or
group, then that just doesn't build that kind of connection. And at the end of the day, like, it just also speaks of the character of the person.
Yeah.
And if you can't sit there and be like, hey, acknowledge everybody, just that's just wrong.
And also, it doesn't have to be. I mean, I understand what SMS saying, put them in their page, whatever. I think that'll be cool. I'd like to see it. I think that'll be cool. But also, if they're reaching out to those kind of DJs, be cool to respond back. Maybe they just want an advice. They want some pointers. Just be humble enough to go back and just hit them up again. Just hit them up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I get from DJs. I don't know. I mean, they ask me, certain stuff. Like, I reply back to them. They're very appreciative. You know what I mean? All that counts. So, just be humble enough and just network. That's it.
I think, like you said, be humble. I mean, come on, we all started from that root. Like everybody,
we all started.
Everybody was that little sprout trying to figure out what to do. You were that little baby Groot, right? Yeah. It's like, and then you grew to be the talented person that you are, and you've worked hard to build that platform, and you can't forget that. Like, and that's one cool thing about you guys. Like, you guys have always been 100 with people, and we all have our stages in our career where we get to, and we still to this day can sit here and be like, hey, what's up to anybody that comes up, and we don't have that freaking high chip on our shoulder. Like, nah, bro, like, who the heck are you? Like, don't approach. I think that's where it like gives us that.
It differs.
And hopefully people that are tuning in can relate. And if somebody that's in that hierarchy like are listening, like, hey man, we're not picking on you, but show some love to everybody. Like, you're there because people follow you, people respect your craft. So, pass the love at the end of the day. And, we all go to Vegas to play. We all go to different states to play. And it all like comes down to that networking, the personality, and how you want to carry yourself with everybody else that approaches.
Facts. This past weekend, our boy, you see how excited I got when I said this? And I said our boy because Demo texted me as soon as this happened. Tekashi 6ix9ine is out of jail, obviously, and he dropped a new track, a new video, and then he smashed the Instagram Live record. What are your thoughts?
I was gonna say, wow, like this guy just came out and admitting he ratted out. Admitting he did all that. He gave his reasons why. I think he has some valid points. I'm not gonna sit here and say, he's just a rat, period. Because what he did, it's just street code. If he was really a street guy, he should have known that from the beginning. You know what I mean? Stuff is gonna go down, and you cannot be snitching out. I don't care. There's some people that are gonna envy you. I've come from the streets. I know what's up. People are gonna envy you. They're gonna try to make stuff, to get you in trouble. It'll get you in trouble. but you need to know how to handle it after. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
But was his reasons, because I saw the live stream too, and to me his reasons were very valid. Some of his reasons, I just don't like the fact how he kind of gloated about like how he did it. Like, yeah, like
yeah.
like he basically was like, yeah, I did it, and like what? I still just got this. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to see a little bit see him be a little bit more humble about the situation. Like, hey, you know, I did what I had to do. That's literally what I was expecting from him. But he literally put his dick on the table and was like, nah, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah.
But I think he's trying to take that advice, like, you know, go find the freaking biggest guy and knock him out, you know? So being the platforms, like, I'm going to go out there, be the hard guy, and the big guys is everybody else. I'm going to freaking go swinging. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, in a sense, I got to prove something, but I don't got to prove anything.
Right.
So,
you know, and then for him to come out and say, you know what, me doing all this, being 24 and coming out and saying I'm a legend. That's what I said, whoa, hold on. You know what I mean? Like, how are you a legend? But then think about it, dude. All these young cats, they've been saying stuff like that. You know what I mean? But you need to understand, one, when you have a mentality, just not the youngsters, but even as us older, we have a mentality that you're gonna be a legend, that you're somebody. You're gonna have the mentality, right?
right.
With what he is doing, he's really exposing it out there. So he's not understanding that he's gonna get a lot of people mad, but that's just mentality, which I get. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm a legend, and like me, I'm saying I'm a legend. I'm a legend, but I don't go out there and say it, you know. But that's just his thing, and that's how these kids are doing. They're just trolling, you know, getting people mad, getting people under the skin, because that's all they do.
Did you?
Yeah,
yeah, I agree with you. Ratting. I mean, I don't know. I have mixed emotions.
I don't know about ratting. I don't agree. I don't know about ratting because that's like.
Here's my thing. I have mixed emotions about ratting. Here's why. One, we can't get mad at him for ratting because we're not in his shoes and his situation was crazy.
Right.
So we can't get mad at him. He did what he had to do. And I'm not defending him. I'm not a 6ix9ine fan at all. But if you're in his situation and you're facing 20 plus years, are you going to take those 20 plus years, or are you going to sit here and be like, well, you know what? If I snitch, I might get out in 2 years or 5 years, and then my other thing is, it's been situations before this where people haven't ratted, and then the situation is bigger and bigger news, headline news than what it actually is. And I'm going to use this as another example. R. Kelly. People in his camp knew what was going on. They didn't snitch. And what he was doing was crazy. So when you come to snitching, when do we draw the line of, well, I know what he's doing, I'm not going to say anything, and then when are you going to be like, you know what, I'm fucking snitching because this is just fucking wrong? Like, when do you
where does that moral code come in for the person?
I get it. I understand street code. I understand it completely. But at what point is it your, like, obligation to be like, you know what, I got to say
Time out.
I don't know, dude, to be honest. Like, me, myself, like, unless it has to do with me, that's going to get me in trouble. If it's really valid for me to, like, snitch or whatever, I hate that word, but that's what I got to do. But it's valid. If it's valid with somebody, like, if I'm helping that guy out and all of a sudden he turns around and you know, stabs me in the back for no damn reason, and I'm going to jail and he's not, I'm like, whoa. Whether, I don't think I'll probably snitch, but best believe he'll be taken care of. You know what I mean? That just it. I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. I'm like I said, it just.
I'm like, who's aggressing?
I'm in the middle of
Who's aggressing you?
Like, I'm just saying, I'll be like, damn, because I'm just tired of these youngsters just messing everything up. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, man. I think it's just like hip hop changes, everything changes too now. I don't know. What is it?
I don't know. But did you like the record he dropped?
Honestly, I haven't heard it. I'll be honest, I haven't. People are saying it's good. I don't know.
I haven't either. So
let me quote some lyrics from 6ix9ine in the song. The song is Gooba, and my favorite verse, because I like the verse, is verse 2. And he says, "You're mad, I'm back, big mad. He's mad, she's mad, big sad. Ha ha, don't care, stay mad. Ha ha ha. Ha ha, bitch. I'm laughing because you big mad. See it in your face, crybaby, bitch, you big sad. Niggas tweeting about me, got me trending, bitch, you big sad. Tell me how I ratted. Came home to a big bag. Tekashi 6ix9ine. Now, Floaty, first, like he's literally throwing it in their faces that one, he ratted. Two, he came home to like a $10 million contract. And then three, here I am, bitch, I'm in your face. Like, the beat to me is a good beat. I like the beat. It's about hopefully around like 80, 85 so we can play it. But are you going to play 6ix9ine or not?
One thing about 6ix9ine in before the whole BS went through with him, I thought he had some good beats. You know, they're good beats, and some of his hooks were cool. I was never a fan of him. I just thought, you know, I just give it a chance like every other artist. You know what I mean? Every new artist. But after a while, I mean, like I say, he's just a troll, dude. At the end, he's just a troll. He's just gonna talk his crap like any other new artist out there. I just ignore it. You know what I mean? I'm not letting it get to me. But all these people are, you know, they're letting it get to them, and that's what people are getting all mad and talking crap. So I don't know. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts?
I agree with you, man. And when it all comes down, like, as a DJ, you got to be neutral at times.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, there's tracks out there like the F Trump. People don't like them. People do. People play them. People don't. You know, they add it in their set. They don't. With this guy, like, you know, his tracks, we still play them. People still request them. Some people like them. Some people don't. At the end of the day, if it's a banger, it's a fucking banger. No matter what, you're still gonna play it. Unless you're like diehard, like I'm not playing it, and you got your.
But like you say, you know, especially being a DJ, if you want to go out to clubs, you want to play these, you know, clubs with all these youngsters. Like, if they request it, I mean, I think you have to play. I mean, it's your choice to play or not.
Right.
But if they're requesting, that's a hot record, and that's what they want to hear. Hey, you're gonna be more favorable by playing it, you know.
Right.
Versus not. Huh?
I'll play it if they ask for it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If they're really asking for it, and just because one person asks for it, I'm not gonna play it. But if it's
slide me a 20, maybe that's a little bit.
You know, or the owner or everybody say, you know what, can play the song everybody's asking for, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna throw it. I'll throw a verse and a hook. That's it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and play, you know what, and glorify him either. But I'm not hating them either. You know what I mean? So it's like, it is what it is.
Everybody.
Hey, let them be, man. You know what? Every person is different. Every artist is different. It's your choice if you want to follow them or not.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, fellas, this shit has been going on long. I think we're at like 35 minutes, maybe longer. Yeah. So let's end it right there. This was episode 2. Make sure you guys click the like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you add us on Instagram at The Working DJ. Make sure you add us on Facebook at The Working DJ. Make sure you find DJ Demo. Where can they find you?
At DJ_Demo.
Tism.
At DJ Tism. That's DEEJAYTISM.
Yep. Once again, I am DJ SMS. Click the links in the bio and follow all of us. They will be right at the bottom down here somewhere. Make sure you like and hear us every week with, or maybe bi-week, we don't know. But we have more time to make more videos because we are on lockdown. It is what it is. So, hey,